How's it going, guys? Philip here with Leftover Treasures. Today I will be talking about our online auction in the Madera Ranchos that will be closing January 24th, Saturday at about 4 o'clock. I'll be going through this estate, kind of going over some of the key items within it, giving my remarks, and kind of going over this process if you're new to it or just curious. This is an online auction that we're doing here in Madera Ranchos at our website, leftovertreasures.com. We do have 4 days to pick up your items: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. So you can pick up during those available time slots by indicating that at checkout. And I'll just kind of go over this auction to kind of help you give some more insight about the contents within. So for this estate, the driveway is pretty narrow, so we're going to ask you to please park on the street before you check in, and then we'll utilize the driveway to help you get loaded, just so there's no congestion or people blocking the driveway that need to get in and get their items loaded. So the furniture in this estate is actually unusually nice, especially for a lot of it is kind of mid-century 1960s. For instance, these are cow shops, and ones that were shown previously were antique tiger oak. So if you're in the market and you're particular on having high condition items, this is definitely going to be a gold mine for you, because a lot of these items, have withstood the test of time and they were very well maintained. The Tempur-Pedic bed here was fully tested. I know it's on its side, and that was done so we could photograph that. The massage and the adjustable functions do work on it before we moved it. And another thing to note is these cabinets, 71 through 73, and I think there's a couple more. These were all handmade by the owner. So the wood is very dense and heavy, so you're not going to find quality like this in a store. So if you're in the market for some really well-built cabinets that will last longer than us, these will definitely be it here. We do have some more contemporary furniture, like this lift chair that's in excellent condition. Then you have some period furniture like the rock maple with the bubble panel glass. And here's more of those cabinets there. Then off to the garage. All these items were originally in the house, and we just placed them out in the garage for staging and photography purposes, and to kind of help expedite the pickup as well. So we do have some table lots and large lots, so we do ask that you bring your own boxes and wrapping paper and assistance to help pack and load your items. Like I said, everything was originally in the house and we just moved it to the garage. So all the kitchen appliances have just been moved out here. There are some cool items, like we do have this antique banker's chair or library chair that is registered with the U.S. Department of Interior, which is kind of neat. So in regards to the various appliances that are here, we do make sure that they at least power on or run briefly before we list them for sale, such as the heaters and the paper shredders. So we don't, shred documents for it. We'll just kind of run it out real quick, make sure everything powers on, then we move on to the next item. But if things are obviously broken and damaged, we'll disclose them, or we won't even list them for sale. So the last part of Saturday's auction is going to be all the small collectibles, a lot of glassware, so this stuff is inside the house. And then, oh yeah, that's right, we had all the quilts here. So the quilts, we did the best we can to kind of make sure that these were in decent shape, making sure they didn't have any obvious signs of wear. And then we did try to make sure if there was some that we tried to include it in the photograph. But like I said, these are used. From what I can tell, they were made here. So they're handmade, homemade, however you want to consider that. But a lot of them are in really, really good shape and are really unique. And then, of course, we have the insulators there and a lot of collectible glass. And then the lamps. So I think there was only one lamp that was kind of beat up. Yeah, it was this one here, lot 298. So that one took a shot a long time ago, and it was decently repaired. I mean, they did a good job. But the lamps do turn on at the time of shooting the video, so You know, if you get in, the light bulb goes out by the time you get home, you know, I apologize. So if you guys have any questions about this estate or the items within, feel free to give me a phone call. That is the best way to get a hold of me, 559-499-9722. Thank you guys for watching, and see you at the next sale.